The Midnight Miracle, a story of self-discovery. It was a dark and stormy night, and Emily was feeling lost and alone. The tears that had been stinging her eyes now flowed freely down her cheeks as she lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, her heart heavy with the weight of her recent breakup and the move to a new city that had left her feeling disconnected from all that she had known and loved. She felt like she was in a rut and that she would never be happy again. But then, something miraculous happened. In the middle of the night, a brilliant light filled her room, piercing through the darkness and the storm outside her window. She sat up, her heart racing as she wondered if she was dreaming. But the light was real, and it was coming from her window. She got out of bed and walked to the window, her heart pounding with excitement and a glimmer of hope. She opened the window and looked out, and what she saw took her breath away. The city was alive with light, and it seemed to be calling out to her. She felt a pull deep in her heart, a yearning for something more, something greater. And in that moment, she knew that she had to follow it. She quickly got dressed and left her apartment, not knowing where she was going or what she would find. But as she walked through the streets, she felt a sense of peace and calm wash over her. The raindrops that had been falling on her face now felt like a cleansing, washing away the pain and the emptiness she had been feeling. She realized that she had been searching for something all her life, and that she had finally found it. As Emily walked through the city, she felt like she was in a dream. The streets were alive with people and energy, and she felt like she was part of something bigger than herself. She wandered through the streets, following the light, and soon she found herself in a beautiful park. The park was alive with the sound of birds singing, and she felt like she was in a fairy tale. As she walked through the park, she came across a beautiful pond. She sat down on a bench and stared at the water, feeling a sense of wonder and awe. She felt like she was exactly where she was meant to be. As she sat there, she saw a figure walking towards her. It was a man, and he was holding a lantern. As he got closer, she saw that he was smiling, and she felt a sense of familiarity, as if she had known him all her life. The man stopped in front of her and said, "Hello, Emily. I've been waiting for you." He introduced himself as Alexander, and he told Emily that he was a guide. He explained that he had been sent to help her on her journey, and that he would be with her every step of the way. Emily was confused and a little skeptical, but she couldn't deny the feeling of connection she felt with Alexander. He seemed to understand her in a way that no one else ever had, and she felt a sense of trust and comfort with him. As they walked together through the park, Alexander told Emily about her journey and what lay ahead. He explained that she would be facing many challenges and obstacles, but that she would always be guided and protected. He also told her that her journey was not just about her, but about the world and the people in it. As Emily and Alexander sat on the bench in the park, watching the sunset, she felt a deep sense of gratitude towards him. She knew that she wouldn't be where she was without his guidance and support. He smiled at her and said, "I have one more thing to show you, Emily. Close your eyes." Emily closed her eyes and felt Alexander take her hand. She heard the sound of a door opening and felt a cool breeze on her face. She opened her eyes and saw that they were standing in front of a beautiful garden. The garden was filled with flowers and trees, and there was a small pond in the center. The sun was setting, casting a warm glow over everything. It was a scene of pure beauty and serenity. Alexander said, "This is the Midnight Miracle. It's a place of healing and peace. Whenever you're feeling lost or alone, come here and remember that you are not alone, and that you are loved." Emily felt a tear roll down her cheek. She realized that the Midnight Miracle was not just a physical place, but a feeling that she could carry with her always. She felt a sense of closure and peace, knowing that she had completed her journey and that she had a place to come back to whenever she needed. As they walked away from the garden, Emily felt a sense of contentment. She knew that she still had a lot to learn and a lot to do, but she also knew that she was ready for whatever came next. She felt like she had been given a new chance at life and that she was going to make the most of it. She turned to Alexander and said, "Thank you for everything." He smiled and replied, "You're welcome, Emily. Remember, you're always guided and protected." As they parted ways, Emily felt a sense of sadness, but also of gratitude. She knew that she would always cherish the memories of her journey with Alexander and the Midnight Miracle. She knew that she would always carry it with her as a reminder of her strength and resilience. She knew that she was ready to face whatever life throws at her, knowing that she has the power to overcome it. The end.